Hello Aquarius and welcome back to Marion K Tarot. This is going to be a reading for April 2025 for Aquarius Sun, Moon, Ascendants. We are going to be using an oracle card from the Love Deck of the Sacred Connections trio. And I really like this wee deck, or that collection of decks, because they ask us interesting questions of ourselves, Aquarius, and this one in particular asks us about the love relationships in our life, whether that is with another person, other people, or with ourselves. So let's have a look and see the message. And my apologies if you can hear grass cutting in the background. The grass cutters are here. It's spring, what can I say? So let's see. Okay. What does intimacy mean to you? Now there's a big question, Aquarius. Wow. Right in there, right for the jugular. So sit with that, shall we? Let's sit with that. Something really interesting that came to me whilst I was reading something, it was many years ago, and I was reading an article about intimacy, and the person writing the article, what they said was, if you break down the word intimacy, it means into me see. So it's like this idea of real intimacy being that opportunity for us to reveal within ourselves to another. And I found that quite profound. And the reason that I'm saying this is because I feel like that's what you need to hear, Aquarius, because you're one of these signs where, well, obviously you're fixed air, right? So fixed air to me is ice. It's like fog. And I think what happens is very often you get misunderstood when it comes to romance, relationships, and you're perceived as being very cold. But I think that's just because there's a natural defensiveness in being like very, very discerning about who you reveal your true self to. And I don't think that there's anything wrong with that, Aquarius. You know, I think that's a good place to be. It's a healthy place to be, just as long as there is some opportunities for you to reveal your true self. Okay, my loves. So let's get into the reading proper. And today I'm using the Crow Tarot because it's just been so good. I've been working with it the last wee while for myself, and I've had it for years, and it's just really singing right now. So if any of you's watching and you are readers yourselves, then you know what I mean when a deck just sings to you. Right, so cards please for Aquarius, April 2025, please. We have got the Chariot, we have got the Fool, and we've got the Lovers. Wow. Okay, Aquarius. And at the bottom of the deck, we have got the Ten of Wands. Well, we knew it wasn't always going to be sunshine and rainbows, didn't we? Didn't we just? Now, wow. I'm I'm going to need a minute, Aquarius. So I'm going to need a minute. No, really, I'm not going to be silent for a minute. You know me. I can't be silent for a minute while I'm on camera. It's not how we roll here. Whew. Right. Wow. Okay, so let's look at let's look at the most obvious one here, right? And let's hide this just now, right? Let's not look at this just now, right? Let's look at this Ten of Wands. Okay. Now this is at the bottom of the deck, so this is the energy that is the it's like the kind of shadow side of the undercurrent of the reading, if you like, okay? So there is no doubt that with the ingress of Pluto into the sign of Aquarius, things are really going to be shaken up, you know. It was interesting me using that word, the kind of undercurrent of the reading, that phrase even, because that's where Pluto lives. Pluto lives in the underworld, and it's something that is like we really need to understand that, and I think that it's asking us. Pluto is asking us to delve into ourselves, whatever area your chart Pluto has entered, because everybody will have something different. Yes, Pluto is an Aquarius, but depending on your ascendant, everybody watching this, everybody in general, it's going to be affecting you differently. So yeah, you might be an Aquarius, but you might have your sun in the 6th house, or you might have your sun in the 8th house, or the 4th house, or the 7th house, so on as such. So, that area of your chart is going to be getting really excavated, Aquarius, and I think that it's going to be difficult, but ordinarily when we see a Ten of Wands, it's like there's a kind of struggle involved in it, right? But to be fair, this here, this crow doesn't look as if it's struggling that much. It's got the 10 wands, they're bound up, they look relatively secure, and it's just getting on with it. It's almost like there's this kind of maybe some of you have came to this realization. Look, do you know what? It's Pluto is in my chart. Pluto is in Aquarius. Pluto is going to be asking lots of questions of me, and let's just go on with it, because there's nothing you can do to stop it. There's nothing you can do to change it. So instead of fighting against it, you've decided just to fight, to go with it, to go with the flow. Okay. And that's what it feels like. It feels like that kind of strong energy is coming through. What I'm loving is the directionality of these crows and the cards and the flow of them, because it feels very much, let's see this chariot. The chariot feels very represented, or connected, sorry, with this Ten of Wands. It's almost like, right, here's this crow, it's dropped off its burdens of the Ten of Wands, and then now it's here, right? And it's here in the chariot energy, and it's risen above the clouds where these, like, it looks like lightning bolts are, okay? And there's this laurel leaf, this kind of, and it feels very much like, let's celebrate this, let's celebrate this passing of difficulties. And maybe you're welcoming Pluto into your sign, Aquarius. Maybe that is a opportunity, for just that kind of purging, the purging of whatever has been holding you back. And it feels this is very forward motion, it's very forward facing, and you are a sign of being forward facing. It's not as if it's it's not as if you can ever want to cling on to the past. It's almost as if the past has been clinging on to you, and you've desperately been like, oh my goodness, please just find something, for me to move on, for me to find the strength or the tools to move on. It's like you've set down this burden, this Ten of Wands burden, and now there's this sense of freedom, and you're very freedom loving. Aquarius. You know, it's like all about the future. You're a sign of the future. You're a sign you're the sign that rules the internet. You know, it's like we're coming into, you know, if you believe in the age of Aquarius, some say we're already there, some say we're heading towards it. It's really ultimately what you're at the forefront of technology, of how the world is going to look like and what the world is going to look like, right? So it's like this emotional intelligence. You're being asked to bring emotional intelligence. Not as much AI as an artificial intelligence, but more emotional intelligence. And I think that you can bring that through because of your unique way of thinking, your unique way of processing things. Aquarius, is it's very much needed, particularly this month. You know, this month of April. I mean, I don't know. I mean, maybe you're watching this in the future. You know, maybe you've just randomly came across this, and it's like 4 years from now or whatever, and the world is a really different place to what it is right now. But for whatever reason, it's like the message is still pertinent to you. And really, this full energy, and I mean, that's you. You know, that the full is Uranus, that's your modern day ruler. Saturn's your traditional ruler, you know. I feel like it's like breaking free from those confines, and it's just bursting through, you know, it's charging forward here, Aquarius. Charging forward into this new shifting paradigm. And I'm using the like big thinking words, you know, oh god, I sounded like LinkedIn there. Oh no, big picture ideas, no. but but it really does feel like that, Aquarius. You know, it feels like you are the person, or you are the sign that is going to be leading people. I mean, Taurus is just going to go and I'm so sorry about the noise. Taurus is going to go and build things, right? But you're going to build the thoughts of people. So this is just a wonderful, wonderful time. What else is going to happen? Well, what else is going to happen is you're going to be given a choice. Now, the Lovers is a card of Gemini. It's Gemini, it shows up. So maybe you could be LinkedIn, again, that word LinkedIn, oh my God, with a Gemini, and they are asking you, you know, let's collaborate. But ultimately, the Lovers is a sign, is a card of choice. So, what choices are you going to make? What choices do you feel like are open to you, are now available to you, that weren't maybe necessarily available to you when you were within this Ten of Wands energy? There is now choices available. And it doesn't matter, Aquarius, what one you choose, because this is a new thing. You're showing up for yourself finally. And I think that is the key to your success going forward in this month and past this month, Aquarius. You're showing up for yourself, and you are making choices based on your needs, your desires, and your wants. And it is a beautiful thing. And I'm so happy for you, Aquarius. It's wonderful. Okay. And I will speak to you next month, and I look forward to hearing about how April goes for you. Okay, my loves, big month, big energies. You can do it. Okay, take care. Bye bye.